This morning, another strike for grocery store workers at several Safeway locations after failed contract negotiations.
And the summer heat is here, and staying cool is a big challenge for many people. New this morning, local nonprofits are helping to make air conditioning units available to more families in need.
But first, a reminder for pet owners as temps reach the high 90s this week. New this morning, it's that time of year where cars can get dangerously hot in minutes. Thanks for joining us. I'm Corey Rose.
And I'm Jordan Chavez. And as the heat continues, this is another reminder to not leave your dog or any animal in a hot car. 9 reporter Brianna Fernandez is joining us now in studio. Brianna, police say that they're already receiving these types of calls.
Yeah, they are. So the Douglas County Sheriff's Office, they've already responded to 12 calls of dogs being left inside of a car. So this was a recent picture from the Sheriff's Office. On a 73-degree day, the temperature inside the car was 97.5 degrees. Now, the Douglas County Sheriff's Office wasn't the only agency responding to these type of calls. Commerce City Police also rescued this dog from a hot car last month. Take a listen.
Come here, buddy. Hey, yeah? It was hot. Yes, I know. Very hot. No, you have to stay. Oh, you need more water.
Yeah, it's truly heartbreaking. So whether it's a dog or a child, even just a couple of minutes alone in the car can be deadly. So coming up at 8, we're going to talk about the risk of what you should be doing if you do see a dog or a child or really any type of pet unattended. For now, I'm here in the studio, Brianna Fernandez for 9 News. I do want to send things over to our senior meteorologist, Chris Bianchi, because Chris, it is going to probably get into the triple digits possibly later this week.
Absolutely. And by the way, another tip when it comes to pet owners here, remember, take the back of your hand, put it down on the pavement as you set out for that dog walk. If it's too hot for the back of your hand, it is too hot for your dog's paws as well. So just keep that in mind as we head over the next couple of days. We're going to be dealing with that intense summer-like heat. We're also, of course, got the summer solstice on Friday, so peak solar radiation as well. So that pavement's going to be extra hot. Today, 93 for us. Get that dog walk in this morning. Temperatures up into the low 90s early this afternoon. Again, it's a scorcher of a forecast, and then tomorrow we get the potential for severe weather, a brief cool down before we get really, really, really hot with highs near 100 for Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I'll show you which day is the hottest in my full forecast. Want to send things over to Erica now for a check of traffic.
Chris, thank you so much. Right now, we do want to check in on that traffic impact commute. We do have delays this hour drive for you here, live from our CDOT cameras, 76 and 96th Avenue. As you get ready to travel into Commerce City, definitely on the slower side. And the same thing goes for southbound 225 and Yosemite Street. Let's take you over to our map. I do want to give you a heads up. If you're getting ready to leave the area of the airport, Pena is slow just after Tower, headed all the way down really toward I-70 this morning. So a little bit of a slow spot there. I know last week we were kind of dealing with some on and off road work in the area. It could be because of that. 10-minute slowdown for any drivers getting ready to head out on westbound I-70 between E470 and 76. Only a 5-minute slowdown headed into Commerce City on westbound 76. Little bit of a delay on either side of 270 through Commerce City. And then check this out, not bad at all. So we did see delays at Yosemite Street, but that overall travel time on southbound 225 is only slowing by 4 minutes.
Erica, thank you. Loveland Pass has been shut down because of a landslide for more than 20 hours now. The sheriff's office says the slide happened on Highway 6, about a mile into Clear Creek County. The road is closed from just east of A-Basin to Loveland Ski Area. No people or cars were caught in that slide. As of last night, CDOT said there was no schedule for reopening. We're making calls this morning to see if that has changed. Once we learn more, we'll let you know.
Jury deliberations in the trial of MyPillow guy Mike Lindell just started. He was sued by former Dominion Voting Systems executive Eric Coomer for defamation after Lindell accused him and Dominion of rigging the 2020 election. The federal jury of 8 hearing the case deliberated for about 3 hours on Friday before leaving for the weekend. That jury now needs to decide if Lindell and his media arm, Frank Speech and Company, MyPillow, defamed Coomer by pushing and amplifying claims that Coomer rigged the 2020 election. Deliberations started at 7 o'clock this morning.
A Denver woman says she is out $80,000 in valuables after a few bold burglars broke into her Inglewood storage unit 3 times in 1 week. Abby Heitner returned from a trip abroad to her Inglewood extra space storage unit completely cleared out. She later learned the thieves were able to take their time with the crime, making 3 different trips on 3 different days. Data provided by the Inglewood Police Department shows officers responded to this facility 55 different times, 55 different theft-related calls in about a year. That's 52 more calls than the next closest storage unit building experienced in that same time period.
It's just been waves and grief. And when you go to reach for something and realize, oh, right, that was in there too. And it's just been the gift that just keeps giving.
Coming up tonight on 9 News at 9 and 10, we're going to hear the company's response to this string of break-ins and what the Inglewood Police Department is doing about it.
This morning, schools in Denver and across the country are facing declining enrollment. After back-to-back years of closures for Denver public schools, the district is once again talking about potentially closing schools. A recent report released by the district shows a 6,000 drop in student enrollment by 2030. The influx of new-to-country students did slow the steep declines, but the district says that this problem is only growing and eventually they're going to have to act. DPS President Carrie Olson says any closures would be years down the road.
But as of right now, we are not predicted to have this precipitous drop until the full effect, feeling the full effects in 2030. So I would imagine within the next 5 years, the board will entertain closing schools, but it's not like we're going to do this next fall.
And just to prove that they aren't planning to act soon, on Thursday, the board approved a 4-year hiatus on school closures, approving a policy limiting how often they can close schools. But there are some exceptions. They could propose closing schools if there is a substantial shift in student enrollment, funding levels, or an unexpected emergency.
Denver Public Schools and its largest teachers union is inching closer to a new contract. The school district announced 2 additional mediation sessions with the Denver Classroom Teachers Association. Those are scheduled for June 17th and the 23rd. Though through mediation, the two sides have already reached a tentative agreement on 22 of 25 articles addressed so far. The current contract expires at midnight on August 31st.
New this morning, 65% of Americans believe that tariffs are going to have a negative impact on their personal finances. That includes 41% who say that they would be in much worse shape. A new Bankrate survey finds more than half of people believe the economy is headed in the wrong direction. Following tariffs, Americans say actions such as cutting taxes for the wealthy and cutting the federal workforce will negatively impact their finances. On Wednesday, the Federal Reserve will make a decision on interest rates following a 2-day policy meeting that starts tomorrow.
The Environmental Protection Agency is telling some of its staff to stop enforcing violations against oil and gas companies. That's according to multiple sources. The sources say the directive was issued verbally in recent months to EPA staff overseeing the Midwest. In addition, sources say its enforcement office has effectively lost a partner in the U.S. Department of Justice's Environmental Division, where buyouts and firings have greatly thinned staff. This comes as EPA insiders say there is broad pressure within the agency to ease scrutiny of the fossil fuel industry. President Trump entered this term promising to slash burdensome oil and gas industry regulations and increase production.
Southwest Airlines is adding a new cockpit alert system to help pilots avoid dangerous situations following a series of close calls in recent years. The Wall Street Journal reports the system delivers verbal warnings and text alarms if a pilot is about to use the wrong runway or take off or land on a taxiway. Southwest says that the system has been added to nearly all of its 800 aircraft. The airline decided to start adding the technology to its Boeing 737 fleet early last year.